Welcome to Retirement Key Radio with Abe Abish.
With it being the Christmas spirit, I think about a lot of different things, Abe. You've got shopping and gifts and, of course, the real reason for the season, our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. But I also think about candy, because that's what's in a stocking very often when you're a kid, right?
That's right.
Peppermint, probably the top Christmas candy of all.
Mm-hmm.
But in stockings, I typically give regular candy too, because it's a great stocking stuffer. What's your favorite candy to have ever, any time of year?
I'm a huge fan of Almond Joys.
Almond Joys, okay.
Almond Joys. The dark chocolate or the chocolate, coconut, almond mixed together.
Good
really,
stuff.
the chocolate and the coconut. Oh, yeah.
One of my favorites, and I know for a lot of our listeners too.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Give me a break. Give me a break.
Kit Kat bars.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Here's a fun fact. Not really fun, kind of mind-boggling, actually. A lot of states charge sales tax on Snickers, but not on a Kit Kat. And oddly, it's because a Kit Kat contains flour and Snickers does not. So apparently having flour as an ingredient classifies it as food, so a lot of states don't tax it. That's the thing about taxes. They're so confusing, Abe, and I know that sales tax is not something that you're focusing on with your clients, but taxes in general, confusing, much less about this candy bar situation. How do we make sure that with our investments, we're not in a Kit Kat Snickers debate, if you will?
Right. Well, that's a very good point, Kristen. And, just as important as it is to be investment diversified, we believe it's equally important to be tax diversified. What I mean by that is tax diversification when it comes to your retirement accounts.
Okay.
And I believe one of the biggest myths we've ever been told about retirement planning is to max out your 401ks and TSPs and max out your pre-taxed retirement accounts. Take advantage of those. Get the deductions now, because when you retire, you're going to be in a lower tax bracket. And I think that's one of the biggest myths ever when it comes to retirement planning, because a lot of people in this area have higher incomes in retirement than they did when they were working. When you add in pensions, Social Security, annuities, RMDs, stock dividends, and rental income, our incomes in retirement could easily be more. And for a lot of our clients, they are than when they're in their working years. Further, when you're retired, a lot of our clients, I'm thinking of one of our most recent clients, came in from Warrenton, Virginia, and they had this dilemma. They're in their late 50s. They're retiring in 10 years, and their late 60s. And this couple is a classic example of what I'm talking about here. They have been maxing out their accounts, their 401ks, for a long time. They've done really well with saving money, saved about $1 million right now with another 10 years left. But they're concerned with higher taxes on those accounts when they retire. So what I recommended them starting to do is to start to contribute to the Roth portions of their 401ks and TSPs, in addition to the pre-taxed. And then they have a few $1,000s of extra monthly cash flow that they can save on after maxing out their 401k accounts. I recommended them looking at an after-tax vehicle like a Roth to put that money away, so that all of the money that they put away plus its growth can also come out to them free of tax in retirement. And they really like that idea, because one of the biggest myths of retirement planning is to max out these accounts and that you'll be in a lower tax bracket when you retire.
Well, that's what we've been told all these years, and so we believe it to be true.
But it's false for a lot of people. For some people it will be true, but for a lot of people it will be false, because in addition to potentially having higher income in retirement, our houses are paid off. For a lot of baby boomers, their primary homes are paid off, a lot of our clients. In addition, you stop working, so you've stopped maxing out your accounts. Those are deductions that are gone. The kids are out of the home, hopefully. Right? Hopefully they're out. We can't deduct them anymore. And all of a sudden, all these big deductions we had when we were working are gone. Then what if taxes go up?
I was going to say, we're so thankful that they're at an all-time low right now for our lifetime, but chances are they're going to go up again. So what's true today may not be true a few years from now.
That's right. And, right now, for every $1 million you have in a 401k or TSP type of plan, Uncle Sam owns about $250,000 of that plan. That's at current tax rates. But what if taxes go up just 10%? That's 10% less the amount of money, less the amount of income you'll be able to receive over your retirement years, 10% more in his pockets. And we can't control how high taxes go or how low they go. We also can't control how high the market goes up or how low it goes. But we can control how we invest and save and where. And so Roth conversions and looking at after-tax retirement strategies to have tax diversification with our investment diversification is extremely important.
That's something that, Abe, you focus on all the time with your clients, and that's why you exclusively help people that are in retirement or near retirement, because being efficient with taxes is key. And a lot of accumulation phase advisors are not as focused on that. So listening today, if you're over the age of 55 and this type of conversation is not being brought to your attention, know that you don't want to be caught by surprise by some sort of
1, 2, 3, 4.
Kit Kat type odd tax, something you're not expecting. And I use that example because taxes are just so crazy. You never know what's going to happen. But there are some things you can take control of, predict, and make sure that Uncle Sam gets his fair share, but not a penny more. You can always find out more at retirementkeyradio.com. Abe, you are more than just a financial professional. You are a proud husband. You're a proud son as well. Always wanting to make sure that Shelly and your mom are taken care of. And as a financial professional, that's something I know that you proudly keep top of mind as well when you're sitting down with people helping them with a retirement income plan. You might be surprised by this. A consulting group in Boston found that out of all the industries women deal with, financial services is the one that they're most dissatisfied with. So, Abe, specifically when you're meeting with couples, how do you make sure that both the husband and wife understand and are comfortable with what you're doing and why?
Well, first off, Kristen, I'm not surprised at that report that women in general are dissatisfied with the financial services industry. Here's why. Number one, the average financial advisor's age is 59, approaching 60. But the real problem is that this is a male-driven, heavily dominated male industry.
I've noticed that whenever I go to big events around the country with other financial professionals, I'm alone in the room. And I'm not a financial professional, but I go with you to pick up information about this. You're right.
Every conference I go to, I would have to guess that 90% of the room is men. That's a problem. I can say in our office, it's 50-50. 50% of our team is men, 50% of the team is women. And I really think our female single clients and even married clients really like that because we have great diversity here. And man, when it comes to listening, I think women can definitely listen better than men. And so I think we have that here to our advantage from a diversification standpoint, men and women here in the office, and a youth standpoint. You know, I'm 40, turning 41 next year. I've been helping people to retire successfully and with more confidence than they've had for 18 years. So I've had great experience, and I also have youth. And so I'm not going to be retiring when you're retiring. You know, when our clients are retiring, you know, we'll still be here. When our clients are 80, I'll be 60. So that's another thing that I think is to our advantage that our clients like. We just had a couple I'm thinking of come in from Sterling, Virginia, not too far from our office. They've done a great job of saving about $1.8 million plus 2 or 3 rental properties in their home. So actually fantastic job. And this gentleman has done everything for them. He's 69, she's 65.
Okay.
He came in by himself the first time, but thought it was so important to bring his wife in on the second appointment that they came together. So glad they did, because all she wanted to know was that they're okay, that if he predeceases her, that she's okay, that the pensions continue, that the annuities continue, that the investments are there, and someone is watching over all these things. She just wanted to know they're taken care of, and when they came in, she found out how good of a job he's really done in helping them to save and prepare and plan. So I gave kudos to the gentleman, you know, for the way he's helped them to save and invest. And
I bet he was bucked up a little bit and like, see, honey, I handled it. I did a good job.
Yeah. And also kudos to the both of them for coming in together, because he initially came in on his own. They come in together for the second time. And that was great because, look, all these decisions affect the both of them together.
Right.
If you're coming in and you're meeting with a financial professional on your own, I'd really encourage you to bring in your partner, bring in your spouse with you. All these decisions affect each other, and you don't want one person to be out of the loop. So kudos to this couple in Sterling. Great job saving, great job planning together. And I tell you what, the wife left really happy knowing that, you know, she's going to be taken care of.
that's really the key at the end of the day. I want you to think about your relationship with Shelley. I mean, let's talk about real life here on the radio.
Right.
I'm
Yeah,
just like
that's-
Shelley. I want
that's
to be
right.
taken care of in some ways. Don't get me wrong. I'm independent, so is she. But there's
Yep.
certain things that we want you as the guy to take care of.
Yep. A lot of times she really doesn't want to know all the detail, Kristen.
Right.
But she does want to know she's taken care of, and she will be taken care of.
But it probably
And that's-
depends on the topic.
Well, we're talking about finances here.
Yeah.
Right,
Other
exactly
things,
right. When
she
it
wants
comes to
you
the
out of the
home,
way.
when it comes to the home, she is very involved. That's right. And on the other hand, when I get home, she kind of controls the home and everything
Yeah.
that we're doing in the home. I don't want to really know all the details necessarily. I just want to know that it's taken care of at the house. So that's her domain.
See, there you go.
And my domain kind of is helping our family plan for our retirement. She's involved and
Sure.
she knows what's going on, and that's what's the most important thing. She's part of our planning together.
But I think that it's great that couples have that give and take. There's certain things that one excels at that the other may not. And I'm sure, Abe, there's sometimes that couples come in and the woman is more financially savvy than the man.
Yes. No, that happens. That happens quite a bit. Usually one person takes the driver's seat, the other person takes the passenger seat. I'll tell you what, I actually know who that person is right off the bat, depending on who sits in front of me and who sits to my right. So there's a chair right in front of me. Whoever sits in that seat, that's the decision maker. And the person who sits a little bit further away from me is going to be a little more passive, yet supportive. So it's pretty interesting to kind of see that, when people come into our office and conference rooms.
Find out more at retirementkeyradio.com.
Financial professionals are not licensed in all 50 states. To find out if Abraham Abish is licensed in your state, please call 571-577-9968. Abish Financial Services is not affiliated with nor endorsed by the Social Security Administration or any other government agency and does not provide legal or tax advice. Annuity guarantees rely solely on the financial strength and claims-paying ability of the issuing insurance company. By contacting us, you may be provided with information about insurance and annuity products offered through Abraham Abish, NPM number 770-3575.